Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's delicious Big Brother 24 chat.
Oh, hi, it's episode 10.
We love a blindside!
Well, last time it was a cliffhanger.
Yes.
A cliff hog hanger. A cliff hunger?
If you will. Yeah, they didn't show the POV ceremony last time.
Butterbean's POV.
Right, because there was just like so much going on.
Well, if you do remember, yesterday, Michael and Brittany held the POVs, and
Yay!
they went, ah!
Clink.
Yeah, so they won.
It was very exciting. Honestly, though, it does feel like a million years ago.
Yeah, and the leftovers were served, aka created.
Yes.
They came into fruition.
Yes, so Michael, Brittany, Taylor, Monty, Kyle, Joseph, and Turner.
Okay.
They are the leftovers, and I'm super excited about this alliance.
Leftovers, whoa, you choose who's going home.
Yay! Okay, so we know that they had this plan in place to get rid of Amira, and now it's time for the power veto ceremony.
It's time. My parents said I must go to the ceremony.
Right.
And Michael and Brittany are not idiots. They use the POV on themselves.
I mean, duh.
Yeah.
Of course, we knew that was coming.
Right.
But then we got to see the speech that we've been hearing so much about.
The speech.
Yes. I'm wondering if they, chop this up and, change the order of things, because I thought everybody was saying that Turner talked about the Taylor situation first and then did the renom and all that, but I don't know. Maybe, I don't know.
Does it really matter?
I guess not. But anyway.
So, Turner says, Terry and Amira, get your asses up on the block.
And they're like,
what? But what about Taylor?
We got a blindside here. Yeah, everybody was expecting Taylor and Nicole to go up. And
he
that's
does
how it
a
happened.
little amuse-bouche and says, we don't talk game. But here's the real tea. Here's the meat of the story.
Mm-hmm.
There's some bad stuff going down in this house.
Well,
some bullying.
There's
some dogpiling. And I think we all know who it is.
Yeah, I mean, he said there's a reason, this one person is not going up on the block, even though they're, the house target.
Right.
Because, like you said, the dogpiling, the crap
it's not
talk.
warranted.
Yeah, so obviously he's talking about Taylor, but he didn't mention her by name. But, oh my God, Taylor was, on the verge of tears.
She was tearing up.
She was tearing.
Sobbing. She was crying.
Not really. She was holding it back, but, she was... But, yeah,
After the ceremony, though, she let go.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she said it in the diary room. She didn't realize how much she needed somebody to stand up for her. So that was really wonderful that Turner had the courage to do that.
Not even stand up for her, just to admit what was going on.
Yeah, and I appreciate, too, that Turner said in the diary room, look, I haven't been perfect in here, but the BS stops today.
Yeah.
Woo! Really, really loved that. So.
All right. Well, Amira is unself-aware. She is like, hey, it wasn't me. I was defending Taylor.
Yeah, so there was a lot of confusion at first about,
who
the
it was
speech and
who was doing the bad things.
Right. So, of course, automatically it's going to be oh, so are you saying that it was Amira and Terrence? But Turner was basically saying, everybody needs to cut the BS.
Right.
We're not doing that anymore. But, Amira was was it me? Honestly.
Was it the Lays?
She was one of the worst offenders.
Yeah.
On that whole thing. I would say Amira, Nicole, Daniel.
Yeah. That's right.
Gross. Jasmine.
Yeah.
Jasmine big time. Indy. So, yeah.
If the shoe fits, if the butterbean fits, wear it.
Yeah. All right. Well, Kyle said in his DR, post-pack, was it Kyle or Michael? I want to say it was Kyle.
I think it was Kyle.
I can't even remember now. But he said,
Kyle, post-pack's dead,
post-pack
baby.
is dead.
Time of death, Thursday night.
It was dead before that.
Okay. Monday night.
Yeah, because they are ready to cut Amira loose. They are all in on the Leftovers alliance.
Yeah.
But Amira, none the wiser. She thinks she's got the votes to stay. She's got the pose pack. She's got the girls. She's got
You don't have the votes.
the old school alliance with Nicole and Daniel. So she feels like she's covered everywhere.
Her anuses are covered all over.
Mm-hmm.
No, they're not. All right, so Amira is up late at night in her room.
Mm-hmm.
Talking to her friends, and she's like, hey, what are all these other people still doing up?
Yeah.
I'm going to go downstairs and see what's going on. And she went downstairs and she saw
She went
a bunch of
outside.
the guys and Taylor, and she reported back to her little minions, and she...
Of course, she was reporting back to Nicole and Daniel.
Yeah. And without even knowing it,
Called them
she
leftovers!
called them leftovers.
I guess the alliance name is very fitting. She's like, yeah, it's like a bunch of random, like, it's a weird group out there.
Yeah, bunch of leftovers.
Well, they're plotting your demise.
Can't
so.
wait. See you on the other side.
All right. Well, the leftovers have been putting in some Emmy, Oscar, and Tony Award-winning performances.
Do you think
this
they're
week.
EGOTing?
They are EGOTing this week. They
All
ate. They have been acting to keep their alliance undercover. They have been making sure that Amira still thinks that she's going to be staying.
They're making it seem like Turner acted as
An individual.
an individual, not as like being in a big alliance.
Right. And they've been doing a
He acted
fantastic job.
singly.
Yeah, they've been doing a fantastic
They
job.
have. And they're trying to keep it under wraps that Terrence is staying and Amira is going.
Yeah. Poor Terrence, though. He's got to, like, be afraid for a few days. Like, am I going? Oh. I mean, I get why they didn't want to tell him, but at the same time, it makes me sad for Terrence.
Honestly, they did tell him.
Eventually.
Yeah, but maybe not like the second that they knew, but
Yeah.
it's not like he was blindsided at the ceremony because he definitely knew before that.
Well, he didn't know he was going up. Terrence didn't know he was
No,
going
I
up.
mean he knew that he was safe
When?
tonight.
Well,
They had to keep it from...
no, I thought you meant the POV ceremony. I was like, what?
No.
Okay.
All right, so Nicole,
Oh my god.
I don't know what bug crawled up her ass, but she was begging to tell Terrence.
This
begged
was last night.
Everyone. Yeah, they skipped a lot here.
Yeah, we didn't get to see the Nicole and Daniel
hammock.
fight. We didn't get to see Nicole freaking out at Alyssa. Like, we missed out on a lot of Nicole freakouts, but I guess they just didn't have time.
It's too much freak out.
It's a bummer.
All right, yeah, I would have really liked to have seen that all again, but she wants to tell Terrence. She wants to be the one to put the death blow on Terrence and be like, I'm sorry, but I love you, but you're not staying.
Well, she liked to tell everyone, I'm Terrence's number one, so
Yeah.
he should hear it from me.
Okay.
So Terrence is sitting there like, it's okay.
Yeah, she's like, I love you. You're not staying. So she's like, since you're not staying, I'm gonna tell you my secret.
I was a cop! No one cares! Stop with your secret!
If I was Terrence, I would have been like, well, that explains a lot.
I would have been like, well, I guess you're my new target. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she decided to spill a bunch of secrets. She did end up spilling some game secrets as well, like who she's close to, who she'd like to see be a target, like things like that. So
That was really, really dumb.
she's cocky and overconfident.
You think?
So now, yeah, like all these secrets go into Terrence, and Terrence is staying. So then Turner came into the room, and Nicole was like, consensus of the house is, she must have felt like such a hot shot telling
I
the
know.
HOH, like, consensus of the house is
You're
that,
not going to get your way this week.
yeah, Terrence is going, so it's not what you wanted.
Yeah.
And Turner's just like,
Okay, cool.
okay, that sucks. And then
Yeah.
he asked for some alone time with Terrence, and he's like laughing. He's like, dude, you're not going anywhere tomorrow. So he lets Terrence
And
know
Terrence
it's
was
going to be
like-
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to get pizza and ice cream.
Okay.
So, Amira, she said that it's going to get crazy in there if the vote flips and she ends up going home.
She's talking a big game. Like, she's going to be blowing stuff up on the way out.
We'll see.
Also, I just have to mention, Amira did pretty much zero campaigning to stay. Because she just thought she had it wrapped up. She wasn't worried at all.
She said, look, it's a win-win. If I stay, I stay. And if I don't, I got this nice-ass Google job that I'm going to. And, yeah.
Guess so.
I'm getting like 6-7 figures.
All right.
All right, so Julie check-in time. And
It's time for some nominee speeches. Yeah.
Plead for your life.
So at this point, I'm like, oh my god, is the blind side ruined? Because it seemed like...
She was really nervous looking.
Yeah, she was wearing like non-athletic wear. She looked sad, you know, throughout the episode from what we'd seen so far for the live stuff.
Stressed out.
Yeah. So I was like, oh my god, does she know what's going on here? But after I heard the speech, I was like, nah. Also, Nicole and Alyssa and all them, way too calm. Daniel, way too calm. Because they would have known.
Right.
If Amira knew.
So Amira said, I'm trying really hard, guys.
This is a great summer. I'm having the time of my life.
Keep me.
Okay. So then it's...
That's what you're going to do anyway, right?
Yeah. Then it's Terrence's turn. He had some comic relief in his speech.
He said, I played Bumper Pool last night, and I said to myself, what if?
Well, I think he also gave props to Turner, right? For his courageous move, and that was awesome.
Yes, especially after Amira so cockily said, where did he get the balls to put me up on the block after the nomination?
Yeah.
Who is he aligned with that he had the balls to put me up on the block?
6 other people.
Bet you don't know. But
Alright.
I bet you will.
So then it was time for the vote. And oh my god, does everyone have to like be all over Julie and give shout outs to the whole
Julie,
world?
I love you. Julie, you look amazing. Julie, you look better than a full rack of ribs. You look hotter than a full rack of ribs.
I'm done with that. Okay. Jasmine, no. So then it was time for the vote. Daniel voted, he did a sympathy vote for Terrence to stay. And the 4 votes for Terrence to go were Nicole, Alyssa, Indy, who am I missing?
Nicole?
I said Nicole.
Oh.
Nicole, Alyssa, Indy, and Jasmine.
Right.
There we go. Everybody else voted for Amira to go.
Right. All right, so 7-4, Amira is evicted, and she was all like...
Yeah, the most shocked looks came from Nicole, Daniel, Alyssa.
Yeah.
They're like,
what?
it was
How did
wild.
this happen?
Yeah, so I didn't hear anything being blown up on the way out here.
Well...
I heard silence.
Didn't Amira whisper something
She whispered into Jasmine's ear. We don't know what she said yet, but
no.
She was all...
So she was all like, you got me. I got.
Yeah, I think she respected the move.
And Nicole on the way out...
Oh, this is so
said,
cringe.
I'll see you on The Amazing Race. You better not.
Why, are you going to be watching from home while she's on with somebody else?
Yeah, maybe.
While she's on with Taylor.
That would be fun.
Seriously, though, super cringe for Nicole to say that.
It is. All right, so Julie and Amira have a chat, and Amira is shocked.
Yeah.
Her world is rocked.
She said she kind of knew that it might happen because, you know, she put the pieces together and she realized she was a much bigger target.
Yeah, why would they get
Terrence.
rid of Terrence if I'm such a big target?
Yeah. She was saying that she didn't fully trust when people were telling her that she was safe, but I don't buy that. I think she's
just covering...
She believed the votes were there.
Her butt and saving face.
Yeah.
So she doesn't know why they didn't put up Taylor.
Did you not listen to the speech?
That was the plan.
Also, they're working with Taylor now!
Yeah.
Well, Julie took the opportunity to show off who was responsible for Amira leaving. But first she had Amira guess. And Amira said Daniel...
So do you think you can guess who was responsible for you, what group of people were responsible for you leaving?
She said Daniel, Nicole, and who was the last person? Michael? No. I don't know. Doesn't matter that much.
Who cares?
But she specifically said Daniel and Nicole, and Julie was like, really? Why them?
Julie was real cat with a bird in its mouth when she got to reveal her Leftovers alliance.
Julie loves the alliance reveal.
Look over here. Look over here, and you will see the reason why you're sitting here with me.
Well, Amira was quite shocked about some of the people in the alliance.
Hey, they're in multiple alliances.
So were you. You were in like 30. But yeah, she was most surprised with like Monty, Kyle, and Joseph.
Right. So she said, yeah, I was just such a big threat, but I'm still shocked. Mm-hmm. And Julie was all like, look, bitch, you said it was easy in there. Felt a little too easy. You can't get complacent in there. And she was just like,
yeah, if it feels easy, you're probably doing it wrong.
Yeah, you're right, Julie. You're right.
Yeah. I mean, I think Amira handled it pretty well.
I think she was just in shock.
Yeah.
And...
I think there was an element of...
big talk?
No.
And she was going to be like, oh, I'm going to blow this place up.
Oh, well, yeah. But I think there was an element of respecting the move and being like, oh, okay, they think that I'm a target. They think I'm a big threat in the competition. Okay.
So, the goodbye messages... Nicole promised that she's going to turn the house upside down if this message was read aloud. So...
yeah. We'll see. Kyle revealed the alliance, which Julie beat him to. Mm-hmm. But he took credit for starting it.
And Turner said, this is revenge for Pooch.
Oh! Okay.
Justice for Pooch.
Yeah.
And Julie says, Terrence... you're all alone.
Yeah, this is important.
You're all alone.
We finally get to figure out here, like, what happens to the person that survives the block. Mm-hmm. What happens to the remaining Bestie?
So I was all like, oh, you should just make them the HOH. No. The reward or punishment for them is that they get to choose any of the Bestie groups and join it.
Whoa.
So choose wisely, because whoever...
they're still going to be playing as a unit.
Right. Whoever you're hooked up with, you live by the sword and die by the sword.
Right. So you'll be competing with them together, like in the POV. Mm-hmm. If you go up on the block, all three are nominated, but only one will be leaving. And if you win HOH, all three will be safe. Okay. So that's pretty interesting.
So Terrence took a minute to decide what group of besties he was going to join. And then he said, I'm going to join the boys. And everybody was like, what boys? Can you name names?
Well, he picked Monty and Joseph.
Okay.
Which honestly was like the best case scenario for the Leftovers. He just played into the Leftovers' hands because their big concern was... if either Brittany or Michael or Monty and Joseph went up on the block at some point, that's two members of the alliance.
Yeah.
And now that Terrence is with Monty and Joseph, if there comes a situation where those three are up on the block, the Leftovers can just vote out Terrence.
Oh, Terry.
Yeah, so he just made it easier for them, but he didn't know that, obviously.
All right. So now it's time for the HOH competition.
Okay.
And do you think it's going to be an endurance? No. Do you think it's going to be resolved in this episode? Absolutely not.
Do you think it's a movie tie-in?
Yes, it is. So there's this sick-ass movie called The Invitation.
It looks scary. That's not for me.
It looks like a horror movie because it is. And the clip that they showed definitely involved, like, chopping somebody's head off and drinking their blood.
At least it had Missandei from Game of Thrones and also young Harry from Mamma Mia 2.
Oh, nice. So, blood drinks all around.
Yay!
So, they're sitting out in the backyard in front of this fake-ass mansion.
Which looked really cool.
It did look really cool.
Beautiful set.
And Julie said, we'll be right back. No.
I mean, yeah, she did.
About 1 million times.
Yeah.
First, Julie had to explain that this was going to be just another week in the Big Brother house. The same old as last week.
Well, we also find out that this is not really the HOH competition.
No.
This is the precursor to the HOH.
This is, let's cut you down to 8 people because we don't have a studio big enough to have like 12 people compete.
Yeah.
We don't have enough props for everyone to go around. It's like in music class when you had a big class and you had to double up on the instruments. Hated that.
Well, for this competition, they were raining down 1,500 envelopes.
At first I thought it was 500, but you corrected me, and you were correct. It was 1,500. The poor interns that had to seal up these envelopes, and it looked like they all had the little wax things on them, too.
Seeing all these
what
envelopes
a pain in the ass.
raining down just made me think of Harry Potter. When they're getting the mail,
Yeah,
and
the owl keeps,
uncle's all like, no post on Sundays. And then there's a lot of posts on Sundays. But anyway.
Didn't he keep dropping them in the owl kept dropping them in the chimney?
Oh yeah, they're everywhere. They're everywhere.
And then they got blown out like a big fart at the end.
Yeah. So,
so
it was just like that.
It also reminded me of Seinfeld when George's fiance passed away from the old glue on the envelopes. 1,500 envelopes worth of old glue.
It's a lot. So
how many lickers were licking those envelopes?
Hopefully none.
Maybe it was just the seal.
It was just the seal, probably.
All right.
But I don't know. It seemed like some of them were struggling to open these envelopes.
It was very, very noisy. I heard a lot of...
Yeah, how many paper cuts? I noticed everybody was wearing glasses so they wouldn't get hit in the eyes.
With the paper. Oh no, a corner of the thing put my eye out.
Yeah, so you had to open up the envelopes and you were looking for a red invitation.
Right.
And when you find that, you go over to the porch on the house.
Stand on the number of, where you came in. So you know who was first. You know who was first finding an invitation. Butterbean.
Why?
And she hopped over there like a one-legged girl, farting away.
Talking about the Amy Poehler sketch?
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay.
I gotta get over to number 1.
Suddenly, Jasmine can move again.
Wow, alright.
You know, everybody who was making food for her and doing everything for her this week was like...
You moved?
But yeah, she moved on, Terrence moved on, and Brittany moved on.
And then Julie said, that's enough.
Oh, man.
We're out of time.
Yeah. So, who knows? I don't know who else is going to move on to the HOH competition. We don't know what the HOH competition is going to be. Maybe they have to drink blood. I don't know.
Maybe there's going to be 1 more round. Maybe there's going to be 2 more rounds. Maybe even 3. Who knows?
I don't know.
But if you want to know, as soon as we know...
We'll put the HOH winner in the info for today's spoiler.
And then you won't have to wonder about it anymore.
Yep.
All right, so you won't have to wait till Sunday, but we have an LBS, low battery situation, so we're going to run as well because time's up.
Yep. Thank you all so much for being here. Leave your thoughts in the comments below.
And until next time,
much love.